Let's go back to the plan view. And now let's add the other area, which is right over the cantilever. And that's going to be modeled on this hand side in here. I'm just going to do that quickly and speed up the video. Once you're done, if the grid is actually not aligned, now remember that you can actually align that simply by going into edit mode, switch on the scheme grid of the frames and panels, and simply drag the intersection to one of the existing intersections, like so, and hit on exit. Something like that. And you'll have matching grids across the two floor panels. And to finish, let's just split the floor finishes in between the hall and the stairwell. So as we did before, simply select the floor slab and subtract the area around the door, and then adjust the panels. Let's say we go all the way to the outside right there. Okay, now we're missing one more thing, which is we need to add the supports for these floor finishes. So in order to do that, we're also going to use a favorite. So to add the supports, let's make a copy of the existing tiling floor simply by hitting Control D and then Control again. That's going to drag a copy, and let's put it here to the left-hand side. It's going to be an exact copy of the same tiling. Now, we're going to use the favorite in simply by matching the properties of these raised floor supports to the outline so that you don't have to redraw that again. So the way to do that in this one specific case is by doing a right click over the favorite, go to Apply Transfer Settings, and instead of using the default transfer method, let's go and use Exclude Size, Height, and Elevation. And let's click on that. So the result of this will now be a copy of the same geometry, but now you have just the supports of the items. And then all we need to do really is drag that to the right-hand side. You can drag it prime, matching one of these corners, for instance. And I know that's going to be right about here. Okay, now let's go ahead and adjust the location of the set out. So we know the set out of this support needs to be right on this corner here. So let's go into edit mode, switch on the scheme grid and off the frame panels and also the accessories and junctions, and simply grab this from the intersection and put it right on the corner of the set out. Click on exit mode, and now these supports should be right in the center. Now we still need to adjust these in height. So let's go and check this section 1, this working section 1, and see how that is being placed. So let's go and open that section and zoom out and a little bit to the left. So you'll see right there, let me, with a right click, get rid of the line weights for now. And you'll see that this is the floor finish, while this is the paneling. Now the position is not quite right. They had matched the center of the panel, so this needs to be a little bit lower than that. So let's go ahead and adjust that either by the number, which is going to be -20 millimeters, or simply by dragging them down and make it flat to the top of the concrete. So now those two elements will be consisting of the composite of the raised floor. Let's do a right click and show selection in 3D, like so. And you see what we have just done. We just have placed all of these supports under the intersections of the floor finishes. So let's go back to the level 1 and let's just do the same thing for the flooring that is outside in the cantilever area. Just going to drag a copy to the side. Go to the favorites. And then adjust the height. And we know that's going to be minus 20 millimeters. Good. So now we should have a full flooring. Let's position ourselves right about there. And with a right click, let's ask ArchiCAD to show all. Let's go and check. And effectively, you have all the supports right there in between the concrete and the tiles. All right, let's go ahead and delete this portion right here. And let's do the same things for the levels above. We just need to copy and paste these two curtain walls and replace the floor finishes from level 2 and above.